I've been sailing for 5 years now. And if it's taught me anything, it's that I'm far more resilient than I could have imagined. I just completed a passage from Utila, Honduras to the Florida Keys. 775 nautical miles in just under 6 days. I just woke up. This wasn't my longest passage to date, but I think it was one of my favorites.
Dolphin! Yeah!
Sailing often isn't what you may think. You're out there all alone with yourself. Woo! And it gives you a lot of time to think. It's forced me to confront a lot of things about myself. I faced fears I didn't know I had. And having no engine has taught me patience and how to let go of control. We are heading slowly directly east now. It's given me perspective about how truly small we are and allowed me to feel connected to something greater than myself. I'm gonna go up top and heave too. That was a rough night. So, don't let life pass you by. If you have a dream, chase it. And don't let anything stop you.
There's the bridge. I don't know how much you can see, but that's the bridge we just went under. We are safe.
Good morning, kind of. I'm still half asleep, but it's almost 10:30 and I have to get moving. The wind is out of the east though, and I need it more out of the south. I think it might switch as I'm sailing. So I'm gonna pick up anchor and get moving because we've got high tide pretty much right now, but it's a slow tide. So I should have time to get through both of these channels as long as the wind works out. But tomorrow I don't have any wind, so I need to get through this today. I said it rained so hard this morning. It's a good freshwater rinse for the whole boat. I think I'm gonna get hit with some of this. I just hope the wind direction's correct. But there are other areas to anchor over there.
Anchor's up, but it's probably full of mud.
Not a whole lot of wind here. Now we're gonna jibe. Well, that's pretty much how I picked the anchor up, with no engine in light winds. It's the same even in heavier winds, it's just a little more hectic. I don't know if we're gonna have the right wind angle in order to get through a couple of these channels, but we're gonna sail out to them and see. It's so calm out here. I think the dolphins are coming to say hi. I seen them take a turn. There was a few of them out this way and one was close. Ah, he's still over there. That's too bad. No dolphins. It's nice seeing them though. It's weird being back here. So where I'm going right now is actually where I had originally bought the boat. And for some reason it seems to just be like my home port. I always tend to stop off here before heading to the Bahamas or needing to do provisioning or anything like that. I'm just very familiar with the area. The anchorage is quite pleasant, and it just kind of feels like, I don't know, it sometimes feels like home being in this anchorage because I spent so much time here fixing Dacia when I first bought her. But then after being here for too long, I get anxious because I start to feel like what it was like when I was trapped here fixing the boat all those years ago. But it is nice coming back every once in a while, seeing a couple of the people that I'd become friends with, and yeah, it's a nice place. It's always hard to see these markers on the GoPro, but right now I'm sailing through this channel and it's a little bit sketchy in slow motion because at the moment I'm pinching pretty much as high into the wind as possible for my boat, and if the wind direction changed at all, could be in trouble. But I've been holding this course for 20 minutes now without tracking too far to port. And I just want to get out of here so I can stop stressing. I feel a little bit of favorable heavier wind blowing, so that helps, hopefully. But there's 2 more channel markers to get past and then I'm through the shallow water. It always feels like I'm slowly drifting over into the marker, and I don't like that feeling. I don't want to pinch too high because then I lose my wind angle and I'll lose speed. I'm gonna make it past this one. Oh God. The head sail's starting to backwind ever so slightly. About a boat length away from me over there is knee-deep water. I was honestly getting a little bit nervous there for a second because it felt like the wind was slowly dying off and I was slowly getting set to port. And I was thinking that I was going to end up drifting pretty close to that last piling there. And then out of nowhere, just the smallest amount of wind built back up. And it was just enough to get me through. In moments like that, I have like I wouldn't say split second. I have lots of time to like think through the scenario. And then when the time comes, I have to either commit fully or bail out. And I was getting closer and closer, and it seemed like I'd been holding this course long enough that I would make it. And I decided to commit, even though in that situation I had no room for error. If I steered a little too high, or like the wind dropped out or just shifted slightly, I would have been run aground. I don't know if anything bad would have happened from me running aground. I kind of had a game plan on how I would resolve that too. But yeah, I probably shouldn't be playing these games, but at least I won that one. Now there's one more channel farther up, and that one I have to pinch even higher. So unless the wind takes a drastic turn within the next hour, I don't think I'm making it through that channel. So I'll probably anchor at Shell Key, I think it's called. Well, that was slow and exciting. There's a little mooring ball up here, but my my stick for picking it up broke, and I don't have a new one. So I'm gonna try to lean off the side of the boat, grab this thing by hand, I think. It's so close. Look how close it is. No. That sucks. I literally am like 5 feet from it. I would have timed that perfectly. Bye. All right, I'll try again for one of these ones. Am I good? Don't try this at home.
Well, I sailed right on top of the ball. Now we're gonna slowly drift back away from it. The ball's here right on my right. There. Now let's go mess with the sail. All right, she's sitting on the bridle now. And I don't really know what I'm doing. The wind is not favorable to get through that cut. So I'm probably just gonna stay on this mooring ball tonight. Hopefully it's safe and I don't have to mess with the anchor, even though I trust my anchor more than the mooring balls usually. Anyways, we're gonna sit here for a while. I'm gonna get some more sleep. Tomorrow morning, I might put the dinghy in the water and then we'll see what happens. It's now about 4 p.m. and I just let go of the mooring ball, so we're sailing here with just the full main up. The wind is out of the south like it's finally supposed to be, which gives me a perfect wind angle to get through this cut. Now we do have another problem though. It's shallow and we're coming up on low tide, but the tide here is only a foot. I've been through this cut numerous times and I know that it's shallow, but I also know that it's super soft mud and not shallow enough for me to run aground. I might bump it like we did leaving Guatemala, but I don't even think that's going to be the case. There's been times I've gone through here and still seen 7 feet of water underneath, so I might touch, but it's not going to be so shallow that I get stuck. All right, we're gonna slow jibe the main. Probably just sail through here with only the main up. This might be stupid again. Before I sailed through with high tide and no wind, and now I'm sailing through with perfect wind and bad tide, so yep. Easy. The shallowest water we've seen there was about 7 feet, so should be good. We're still in about 7 feet of water right here. Wow, back to where it all started. What a weird feeling. All right, we're turning into the wind. We're gonna drop the anchor right around here. Watch as the boat drifts back, watch how the chain sets the anchor. And I'll let out a little more. I've anchored in this bay a lot, and the holding is fairly good, but it's very soft mud. So if you don't have enough scope, it kind of just pulls along the surface and doesn't actually keep driving in. So we're only in about 7 feet of water here. We're at low tide, so we're good there. And I just let out about 100 feet. So what is that, 7 feet? I don't know. 15. Something close to 15 to 1. Wow. I'm way too tired for this. I need to go to sleep. Anyways, I got some big stuff coming, so please subscribe if you're interested in following along, and thanks for watching.